Hello, fellow Bassages and Farganisals. My name is Alex Tyler. I'm here with my two buddies. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
He start.
Hey,
I'm here. I'm here with my one buddy. He starts fires and he starts music parties. It's DJ Fires. And I'm here. I'm here with the guy who we found on PlayStation Network, and He calls himself a great sniper. It's in his name. Apparently he's some kind of noob that plays this game all the time. So yeah.
funny.
He doesn't even have a black spindle.
He's a noob. Yeah. Blow that thing away. Slap that thing away. I use my pimp hand to slap that thing away. But today's episode of Destiny and Chill, we're going to be doing the obligatory version of the E3 episode that every YouTuber eventually does. This is going to be my first one, so I'm popping my cherry with it. So hey. Anyway, let's move on to what we're going to be talking about. Today we're going to be today. Excuse me. Today we're going to be picking three games. One, Snipe is going to be picking. I'm going to be picking another game, and Fires is going to be picking another game. Let's start with Fires this time.
Let's talk about the big game that I really like, and I'm gonna expect BioWare doesn't screw up again, which is Anthem. And they're saying it's supposed to, be like match Destiny and everything else. I'm like, I don't know about that. It's supposed to span 10 years supposedly, and I'm like, span 10 years, kind of like what Snipe is about to talk about after this, but how do you spend 10 years in a video game?
Yeah.
I mean, Destiny has done it. Destiny hasn't done it, but like over the course of how many years? 2 years? 3 years?
So
It'll
wait.
be 3 years by the time Destiny 2 comes out.
So
Well,
wait.
3 years in a few days.
So wait. Basically, you're telling me that Anthem's story is going to span 10 years?
So that's what it said. And,
Interesting.
unless I read it wrong.
You probably did, but hey.
Most of the times I did.
But let's.
Oh
look! Oh look! Red, light, and blue. America.
Yep.
Yeah, Britain.
Shut up! You're not allowed. That is funny. You are. That is in the colors of the flag too. But let's move on to like the funny thing about Anthem. The first thing that came to mind is Iron Man. You saw the trailer for Anthem, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
And I liked it. That's why I saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You get to fly around your own X 3?
Yeah. Like, as soon as I saw that, my brother and I kind of fell in love. At the same time, we're very skeptical.
Yeah, I did like it too.
Skeptical.
I mean, if they're trying to make it like Destiny, I'm gonna get hooked on the game too. I really like that game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing it now, and I still love it.
Yeah.
We've been playing it for 3 years almost.
I've been playing it since the beta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But back to the subject at hand, Anthem. Keep talking about it, man.
So the details in the actual game itself are pretty freaking awesome. If you haven't seen them, you have your own exosuit. Of course, you have your ship, but you can also personalize your ship if you need to. Not like
fun.
in Destiny where it just gives you the ship and that's it.
It's just a loading screen.
Yeah,
so
basically.
It is in Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in Warframe, you can customize your ship too. But hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's microtransactions, multiple microtransactions. That's what I just heard.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great.
And Anthem, you mean?
Yes.
So basically, it's not like it's basically not like what's it called? No, it's basically not, Destiny, but more like Warframe then, right?
Almost.
Destiny and Warframe fused.
That'd be
Ooh,
fun.
that would be interesting if that is what this game is really. Like, how would people react to that kind of thing? That's what I'm wondering about it the most.
Yeah.
Like, would people accept it? Would
Chess.
people? Because this is made by the good BioWare team, like the people who made you know, the people who actually made Mass Effect and stuff. The people who actually made
Okay.
not that piece of dirt, Andromeda that you hate so much. Yeah, that people literally have, Vietnam flashbacks of because it was so bad.
Use your shotgun next time, sniper.
But
Shotgun.
Anthem, as soon as I saw that,
Cool.
what came to mind was three different games: Destiny, of course, Armored Core, surprisingly, because
Yeah.
it feels kind of like a mech game almost, and also Evolve.
Oh, that's right. It did feel like that when I saw the trailer.
Like, all right, why is because apparently you can hunt down beasts and stuff in the game too, which I find surprising, but oh well. But like, how do you see the game right now? Like that idea of that kind of concept where you can take something that interesting and make it into a game. Like you
That's pretty
take
cool.
you like does it feel like a mashup or does it feel like a standalone title kind of game that basically says yes, we made original IP. There's nothing else like it.
Hmm.
Cause
Makes me
that
curious about the game. Like, I really want to play it. See if it's
yeah
actually what they say it is.
yeah
Would be
because
nice to know that they've made a decent game that they think will last so long.
yeah. So like Snipe, if you heard there's a game out that's an original IP, there's nothing else like it, would you be
Mm.
happy?
Yes, I do like new games. It's fun. It's something new.
No, I don't.
It's something
I don't.
different to do.
I don't mean that it's new. I mean there's nothing else like it on the market at all. It is completely original. It does not take
Yeah,
inspiration from everything. It makes its own thing. Yet, how I
yeah.
see Anthem is that yeah, it's original. It's new. It's not original though. Yeah, the exosuit thing it's kind of original. It's never been done like that before, but it's been
Not
done
like
different
that.
ways.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's been done in different ways, but never that extreme. Where you
Mm-hmm.
take something that you can customize, run around, add things to. Like you heard a guy,
Yeah.
he added
Modifications.
yeah he added a motor rocket to it.
I know that was
Sounds
pretty
fun.
freaking cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool,
Point blank mortar.
but that just says to me that you're
Lasers will
basically
place
able
quite a while.
to, but that basically means you're like, this also feels like a pay to win game too. Like, let's say
It
there's
does. It does.
like, is there micro, or like in the article you read, did they say there's going to be microtransactions?
There might be, and they're paid DLCs as well, so you have to pay for them.
Yeah. So basically, if
Might
there,
be. It's
so
it's all speculation for now until the game actually gets released. You know, the beta or
so
whatever
like,
else.
Snipe, here's a question for you. If
Yeah.
you, let's say you want Black Spindle, like the gun that you don't have, right? Would you like to earn
Yes, I
that?
know.
Would you like to earn that or buy that?
What gun did I have right now?
I'd like to earn it. It would make us feel better about getting it. Wouldn't feel like,
So
oh, I've just got expendable income. I'll just buy it instead of
yeah.
doing something difficult,
So
which
how does
is
that?
what
Let's say the Anthem does have microtransactions, and that guy did not earn that mortar. How does that make you feel then?
like it's a pay to win, and it's basically there's not much point in playing if you don't have lots of expendable income.
Yeah, but that also takes note from Warframe. That's a great game, and you can be
Yeah,
totally pay to win. It just takes a very long time to be that like good. Like
yeah.
that is a game that is a definition of a grinding game right there. But Anthem, we have no idea about, but from what I've seen, it is very interesting how they handle that game. Like the loot drops in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that gun that girl picked up, like Jara's Wrath, whatever it was called, like she
Mm-hmm.
picked it up and said, "Yeah, oh look what I found. I finally found it." And during that
Is
whole
it
time,
supposed to be rare?
yeah,
Is it supposed to be?
what I'm more concerned about is that whole time she only picked up one gun. There was no other pickups. I don't know. I don't know if that was planted there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Okay.
kind of I don't know if that kind of thing was just made to put there, but let's say that it
Programmed
wasn't.
to drop.
Yeah, let's say it wasn't a program drop. Let's say that she actually found that rare gun and they use that as an example for loot drops. That was the
Hmm.
only loot drop out of that whole, I think, 10-minute gameplay. What does that
Mhm.
say to you? Because in
Stuff's
Dust,
gonna be rare as hell.
because in this whole area, I can get maybe 3 legendaries if I'm lucky, and a bunch of
Yeah.
blues and greens. Like I cannot even count how many blues and greens I will get. Like I could probably get a blue and green out of this. And I just did. But that's the point I'm making about this. Like, how does that loot system seem? Like, does it seem worse or better? Like the
It
loot,
seems.
yeah,
Um,
because the loot system has to be designed to be rewarding. It can't just be, oh, we threw in a loot system because it's a loot system.
there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as a grind unless you earn something. That's the definition of a grinding game. If you don't earn
Yeah.
something, there's no grind to it. It's just playing a game until you get something good. That's not a grind. That's just headbang. That's just banging against your head. That's just banging your head against a wall until you get something. But let's uh, final topics on the game. Final words on the game for anything you want to say about it.
Back here.
It seems interesting. I'll probably end up playing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fires.
I don't mind. I mean, myself, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna move out of PS4 anytime soon, but I'm thinking about buying an Xbox One and
Yeah.
seeing what the deal is,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
with the
And
game
that.
itself.
Yeah.
I have a lot more friends on Xbox than I do have on PS4. You
Yeah.
guys are here, so I might just stay.
Thank you, buddy. But
Nice to feel wanted.
moving on to Snipes topic. What was it again?
Yes. Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Now,
Just talking about it makes
now
me have goosebumps. I love that game.
it does seem like they've made everything better from the original, well, the newer one.
Mhm.
And now they've added a story, made PvP better. Basically, in every way I can think of.
Mhm.
Now they've added classes, and it's not just you go around and it's the same over and over again. It just gets boring.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Anything else you want to say about it?
Um,
Space
anything you
battles.
want to space battles.
I want to play as the clones again and the droids and everything. Oh, I'm so happy. I saw that freaking video for so giddy and happy, and I'm like, oh my god, I can finally play as a clone trooper. I love the clones, by the way. The clones and the droids. I love that era.
Okay.
Even though
Nice.
everyone says the movie and they're not good for anything, I really love that era. The droids and the cloning. And, oh, I love it so much.
Okay. But
See, I had the game before for when it was for the PSP.
Ooh.
I
that
pity
game
you.
was- Not really pity, more like I wish I can play it right now.
Because that game was great, but it was limited by the thing it was on.
I'm about to die. Holy crap! Oh,
You gotta admit, it was kind of limited on the PSP, wasn't
it
it?
is. It is limited,
Limited by the hardware.
especially if you don't have other people to play with. It's just you versus the computer.
Yeah. But let's talk about that. Like, I see Battlefront 2 as a great game, but only as a soldier, because we have not seen anything at all for space battles. We've seen very little very little for ship combat. And from what I saw,
Mm.
it plays a lot like, I would say, Ace Combat or flight games where you just go around in a circle and try to shoot the guy in the back.
That was one part of Battlefront I did like, this ship combat.
Yeah,
That was
because
my favorite part of whenever I went on.
I have to admit, the ship combat in Battlefront, it was pretty good. I have to admit, it was pretty well
Yeah.
done. But it was a lockout system that I didn't like that much. It felt
Yeah.
good, but it also felt not cheesy or anything, but it also felt like less skill based. Like it felt good for people who aren't good at those kind of games, like flight games and stuff. I play all my childhood was basically Ace Combat and Armored Core. That was my childhood on gaming.
I love Armored Core.
Yeah, but anything. The way I also see that is, like, you saw the trailer for Battlefront 2, right, Fires?
Oh yeah, I watched it first, and I was so happy. And I had to rewatch it another four or five times because I was like analyzing every detail. Because I'm like, so much information.
So did you like the ship combat or no?
I have to see more of it. I can't definitively say yes, we have to. Ship
Can't
combat was the
completely
best.
judge a game just by a few seconds of it.
Yeah, because let's think about it this way. My biggest problem with the ship combat, and Snipes, you might agree with me on this. The biggest problem with the ship combat is how you unlock classes and ships in the game. You have to earn points in order to get certain things, right?
Yeah.
How does that work in space battles then? Exactly, because apparently they have not announced that there is no corvettes, there is no larger ships and fighters. How does that work in space battles?
I do not know.
I mean, think about that. Like, you have an upgrade system where you earn points by killing and doing good things in the game, by being good in the game. But if your
There's
ship,
nothing to upgrade.
yeah.
There's not much point.
Oh, this is enhanced. Okay, it's not that bad then. All right, but how do you like Fires? How do you see it then? Like, I know you said that you want to see more of it, but well,
Sorry, I'm trying to open the door. All right. I'm trying to see more of it. I want to see more of it. I love that game, by the way. It's just one of the favorite games I have.
All right. Stop fanboying for a little bit.
I can't, man. Such a good game. Ow, I'm gonna die.
But you know what I mean. Like, do you think the flight combat, that part of the game is not going to be like the original Battlefront, where they had modes in the game that nobody played? That's my biggest fear for the space battles. Are people going to? I know people are going to play it at first, but what is the longevity of that mode exactly?
I know.
How long is
It
it going to stay
depends. It
around?
depends on how they plan it out.
Exactly.
It all depends on how they're gonna plan it out. Because if they do it wrong, there's gonna be hell to pay.
If they do it wrong, they're never going to hear the end of it.
Oh, they're never gonna hear anyone's end of it. Like,
Got him. But that's another thing. Like, how do you enough on the space battles and stuff on that? But
Yeah.
like, how does that enter into like the ground combat? That felt amazing. Like you could drive around a tank and everything too. That felt really good.
Yeah.
Like that seemed really good. It seemed really well done and polished. It felt really good. But that's just one aspect of the game. Like even, and that was part of like a mode where it was basically Walker Assault, where people could drive that.
Yeah.
People could drive that. What was it called?
Walker Assault, I love it.
You liked Walker
It's
Assault?
making me fanboy all over it.
I liked Walker Assault.
It was good because that was the only game mode that was good.
What kept people coming back?
Yeah, it did. But
You
you know
got
what?
another Saladin's Vigil.
Yeah, I got. Yeah,
Lucky. I got nothing. Except for a blue.
I got a legendary anagram. But how I see that exactly is that they're trying to make something interesting out of it and acceptable. At first, acceptable, and then better,
Yeah.
and move on from there. And then you start making things good, and then proceed to be better, and then proceed to be amazing. That's how I think they're going to handle Battlefront. They're going to do shock and awe first, then drop our jaws later.
Yeah. I hope so. I do hope so.
And that's my biggest fear with that. By you saying I hope so,
Another thing I hope they don't do is pay to win, just like Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
and
That sucked so much ass.
and even in the original Battlefront, you can get the best gun in the game, straight up, instantly.
Yeah, you can just pay for it.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh crap.
All right, then.
Exclusive.
Final thoughts.
I'll probably end up getting it at some point.
Of course we are. It's going to be one of the biggest games of the year, but will you keep playing it? That's the thing. I know you gotta get it.
Depends how well they handle it.
Yeah, I will. It's one of those games
Handle it
where we're
well.
gonna be like, hey, you want to move from Destiny to Battlefront 2? Sure. Got a few things I gotta accomplish, or probably because of the missions and whatever else that they give you.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm so infatuated with it now.
Have we got you more onto it than you were before?
More than ever, yes. Oh crap.
I'm lagging out hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been lagging a bit. Oh god.
Is your connection black?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. I've just unloaded a load of rounds into a exploder shank and it's only just exploded.
Uh-oh.
What?
Alright, let's finish this quickly. Come on.
I'm lagging out pretty hard.
I know you are.
There we go.
God, he disappeared.
There we go. Got him.
I think we made our point.
But
Yet again, I get nothing but blues.
my final thoughts in the game has to be that it's a good game from what we've seen so far. But the main problem with every EA game that I've seen so far, even in Titanfall, even in other things like that, is longevity. Longevity is always a problem with EA games.
Estoy hablando con alguien, por favor. Ahorita no. Muy bien.
That was always a big problem I saw with EA games. Like, longevity was always a big thing. Like,
Sorry about that interruption, guys.
Like, is anyone really playing the main Battlefront game anymore?
I mean, we just had a kid right now. Remember, Snipe? A kid that was level 7 on Destiny. He asked us, Battlefront 1? And I'm like, yeah, we do. We don't have it downloaded, though. He's like, you want to play that instead of this? And I'm like, no. No, thank you.
All right.
We're good.
All right, my turn then. My game that I picked out is Beyond Good and Evil 2. Oh man. From what I've seen, it is going to be one of the most ambitious games made in a while by game designers who have expertise in open world gaming. Ubisoft.
You do tend to do open world.
Yeah,
And
a
open
lot.
world
Go to this tower and unlock this thing. Go to this tower and unlock that thing. Oh look, you have another tower to go to. Jeez. screw you, Assassin's Creed. But I have to say that that game looks very interesting. It really does.
Don't forget Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't.
Hipster trash.
I mean, I was happy that the I'm sorry about Watch Dogs. I was happy that Watch Dogs was in Chicago,
Yeah,
but after I played the demo, I was like, screw this game.
yeah. But let's move on. Like back to
Go
the
for it.
topic then. Back to the topic again. Beyond
Let's
Good and
go.
Evil is based in a universe where with I don't know the story that much, but I know that basically they're making this game easy to pick up because no one has really played this game in God knows how long. Like the first one, yeah, some YouTubers are playing Let's Plays of the original game because this game was announced,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they're doing it. But other than that, I don't see a reason why they're doing it. Like besides just you know, like yeah, it's great that they're announcing it, but I also wonder is this going to be like a half is this going to be like a Half-Life thing where people have been expecting this game for God knows how long and we're finally getting it. Okay, great. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz how this works basically with wanting with games that we wanted for a very long time, it goes like this basically. Half-Life 3 on top, under that is Kingdom Hearts 3, and under that is Beyond Good and Evil, and under that is Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's how expected this game is. So they have a lot to live up to.
Pardon me.
Yeah. So another thing about this game too that I watched a gameplay trailer for it. Man, that it's very interesting. The one word that comes to mind when I think of this is scale. The scale in this game is amazingly amazing. Like they're Ubisoft Ubisoft made a whole new game engine for this game. It has never been seen before and is built for this kind of gameplay scale, where where you could be standing on the ground and fly up to a 500 feet statue and stand on top of it and just say, "Yeah, I made it here. So what? What are you
Oh,
gonna do
nice.
about it?" Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. But that leads into another thing where it's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna end up glitchy as heck.
That's like the main problem with this whole thing. It's a Ubisoft game. That's my big problem with it. Like, am I going to like for one of the most expected games of the decade, and I like of last decade? Like Beyond Good and Evil was announced a long time ago. It really was. And what did I just? Oh, whatever. But I have to say that if they release this right, it's going to be amazing. It's going to make Ubisoft an even better developer and make them more trusted than ever. But it's going to also it's also going to take away some of that bad taste in their mouth that people have had with Ubisoft for a very long time, aka Assassin's Creed.
One game every year for the past how many years?
Yeah,
Almost
You
10 years.
kind of get bored of doing the same thing.
yeah. But that leads that also makes me think of how this game is going to be treated. This game
Mm-hmm.
is if you don't know about the original Beyond Good and Evil, it's basically a sci-fi mystery, sci- science fiction, and science fantasy. No, it's not science
Hmm.
fiction. It's science fantasy kind of thing. Yeah, because there's a reason why there's talking animals. There's a reason why There's a reason why you see very little humanity. There's a reason why humans. There's a reason why animals refer to as, "Hey, where's your master? I don't deal with domesticated." There's a reason behind that. And
Huh.
if you see if you watch the game trailer, there's a reason why the pig says that to the monkey, and that's really kind of explaining Beyond Good and Evil 1. but they're gonna probably expand on it and Beyond Good and Evil 2. But also to say this as well, that this game is a prequel to the original game, which is even more interesting, which I think is which I think is a great decision. Who wants a sequel to a game that was released basically 15 years ago? Who wants a sequel to that? Making a prequel,
Get that out of here.
making it a
Explain
prequel.
stuff.
Yeah.
Explain stuff that wasn't explained.
And not even that, but it's starting the story fresh and over again. You're adding something to a series, but you're making something fresh and before the original story. So it's really smart to do it that way. I think it is, at least.
Yeah.
And this also makes sure that, like, you don't have to pick up the original game to know what's happening in the sequel. So since it's a prequel, you don't have to watch the original game to know what's going on, which is good. So yeah, I think this game is going to be good from what I've seen. Like, one of the things that I was really interested in is that your main hub was a giant, like, cruiser / battleship thing. You're playing as kind of like a pirate freelance kind. Yeah, basically. You play kind of like a pirate freelance character and stuff like that. But another thing that was very interesting about it was that they said that you can dock things inside the ship and use them. You can dock things inside the ship and use, like, other ships inside the ship. Like,
I
you
like
want
docking.
Yeah.
That type of docking, but the other docking.
Yeah.
What docking am I talking about?
The ones you just did, yeah.
Well, not like that, but actually, yeah, like that.
But anyway, like, in the gameplay trailer, they showed this guy taking out a ship that was inside a ship and flying the ship that came out of the bigger ship and flying it around, which is amazing to me. Where your ship acts like a carrier. Basically you can find other ships out there to put inside this ship. Like, and also there apparently it's not just going to be you flying around ships. Like, you can get other teammates to fly around and other ships that help you dogfight and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, it's a Ubisoft game, so you gotta wait a year to play it to make sure it's good. So
Gotta wait for them to get all the bugs out.
there's no such thing as bugs. It's just them being French.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So it's not just Brits you don't like, it's anyone outside of Europe. I'm not Europe, America.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, honestly, Snipe, you live next to them. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're arrogant, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Never been to France, don't plan on going.
exactly, like the people there. Yeah, it's a great country, and me and Fires hate them a lot because they imprison Jehovah's Witnesses there, and that's what we are. But jeez, yeah, they say we can't preach there, and they made internment camps for us there. Yeah,
That's not
yeah, that's the French for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. But back to the topic at the hand.
baguette.
But back to the topic at hand. I think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be really good how they handle it. So, yeah,
Just hope they don't mess it up.
Wrapping up. What do you guys think?
It sounds like it's going to be a good game.
Next few years, maybe, depending if they don't push any of these games that we just talked about back a few years.
Yeah.
And we all know, in my opinion, this is going to be it's not just a Ubisoft. It's not going to be a Ubisoft game either. It's going to be a story-based game. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be in multiplayer. It's going to be basically like, I say maybe if we're lucky, I'd say 12.
Some online features.
No, like if there are some online features, great. But if there aren't, like very much like interesting ones, like how does that work for us in the end? Like a 12-hour campaign for something we've been waiting for over 12 to 15 years for, and that's what we get. If it's great, good. You did something good with yourself. You made a good game for once, Ubisoft. Good for you. Clap, 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 clap. A little slow clap, just. But if it's not a good game, and if Ubisoft holds true to her standards by releasing a piece of dirt every year, okay, what do we do? Because Rainbow Six Siege had this problem. What are some other games? The Division had this problem horribly, but this seems to like. How do you guys see this as a like? Do you see this game coming out as a problem or as a good thing? Because expectations are high, and there will be blood if this game fails. I am not joking. People will be offended and ask for their money back horribly, and threaten to kill people if this game is bad.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
Yeah.
I got so scared my TV just black screened.
If this game fails, it's I think it's going to be as bad as No Man's Sky failing.
Oh,
that was bad.
Yeah.
I hyped it up so much, and then it just fell flat in its face.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's how I see this going on.
Like that?
So, yeah. Let's move on to the next topic, and the next topic is Xbox One, excuse me, Xbox. Yeah, there you go. Versus PlayStation 5 rumors, because if Xbox One X basically the what's it called, the equivalent to the PS Pro, or the Xbox, or the PlayStation 5. Like, is this
Xbox? Give a spawn.
like is this
Oh,
is
is that the one over there?
I need to make coherent thought. Come on, brain, work. But
For you.
yeah.
Oh my, you pushed me off.
Like, do you think this console is going to be what's going to be saving Xbox? Like, yes, there are going to be exclusives, and my favorite thing that I heard about this is that they're bringing back old games. And I was asking people at GameStop, like, is this like, have you guys ever owned an Xbox, like a real Xbox, an original one?
360, yeah.
No, before
the
that.
original Xbox One.
I have.
First Xbox.
Closest I got to that was a 360.
Yeah. Because no one ever remembers that, but everybody played Halo, like the original Halo, Combat Evolved, and all that.
Get out of here as fast as you can, because you're gonna die. This
But,
one is a special one, by the way, just to let you know.
I know. I've done it
But
before.
back on topic then.
Go ahead.
Yeah. How do you see
Sorry
this
about
game?
that.
Yeah. How do you see Xbox One X as a console, or is it just an upgrade? Is it really a console, or is it just like a PS Pro?
It's like a PS Pro. It isn't really that necessary.
Because they're hyping this thing up.
Use the Xbox One you have, or the
Mhm.
One S or the One. You can still use that one. The
Yeah.
Xbox Pro or the Xbox X.
Just call it Scorpio. We'll just call it that for now on. It's basically what it is.
Because of the copyright stuff, Scorpio cannot be used.
Oh, all right then.
Scratch that then.
Yeah, so
But
let's call it by its acronym, Xbox.
Yeah.
So
The
the
new-
Xbox, the deal with that is
Xbox
I don't-
XBX. Let's call it that XBX.
Okay.
That works.
XBX.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
so
works.
I just think it's overpriced. Not overpriced. It has a good price range, but the necessity to have a 4K TV to play,
Hmm.
that type of
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why would you spend more money on a console that plays at least at 1080p and has like, it's okay, it's fine. It plays the
Yeah.
same games as the XBX.
I'll go do the path for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're right there, totally. But versus they're saying that they're like PlayStation was saying yeah, there is going to be a there's going to be a PS5, but it's going to be coming out later down the road. How much later is that, do you think? Because for what it takes to develop a console, I think it's going to be coming out by like 2020 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's out, let's say the XBX is still out, and that becomes Xbox's, like Microsoft's main moneymaker for that time. How does
Yeah.
that work for them? Because by that time it will be outdated.
Yeah.
But then PlayStation will be basically saying, "Yeah, look, we have new stuff on here. We have amazing stuff on here. Do you like this new stuff? I like this new stuff. Are you going to like this new stuff that we have for this new thing?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment.
Aren't we
Because I'm
all?
doing this to get this stupid chest. 5 seconds, let's go, let's get out of here. Oh my god.
Okay, did you get it?
Yeah.
I got it.
All right.
Good.
But like, let's say that these two consoles come out at the same time. Which one would you buy?
Hmm.
And
Definitely the PS5.
but
I'm a Sony boy all the way.
let
I still
but
have my
do not
original PS1.
do not have biased. Do not be biased. Think through a
Do not be
consumer.
biased? Well, PS5. I'm not
Let
biased at all.
let's say that let's
That
say
would.
let's say that let's say that Christmas time comes around and you gotta buy your kid something, and he wants a console, and you only have enough money to buy one. What do you buy him?
Oh, clearly the answer would be XBX actually.
Why?
It was cheap as hell.
You actually think so? Because if PlayStation
Yes,
5
it's
comes
only
out,
$499. Compared to the $699 that PS5 is gonna be.
nah, it's gonna.
It's $700 for PS5.
No, it won't. You know it won't. It's probably gonna be
Knowing the
like
price for a PS4 brand new when it came out of the factory line was almost $599, $600.
that's
610
normal.
depending on where you live.
That's normal considering though. You have to admit that's normal for a brand new console. But
That is.
yeah, like you're
But then
buying.
the Xbox 360 or the
Yeah,
Xbox One came out and it was like, oh, I can't even.
you're basically buying the equivalent. You're basically buying the equivalent of the old laptop.
Yeah,
That's how strong consoles are nowadays.
that's true.
Yeah, but that like my biggest problem with that too is that would make Xbox kind of weird then, in my opinion. Like, how are they willing to make like? Will they
It
sell?
worth buying that instead of the
Yeah,
PlayStation 5.
yeah, and but also that's the biggest problem with Xbox. I like to talk about. Like you were talking about that before, right? Fires like exclusives and stuff for Xbox.
Yep.
You got 10 minutes
This is for what? What are you talking about? My brain just blanked out. Shoot.
for Xbox.
I mean, the exclusives for Xbox. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Like there's going to be Anthem, there's going to be other games that we haven't mentioned, of course, but
Yeah.
can XBX stand its own against Sony, which has like 50 other exclusives?
I don't think it can. Games from uh, from the other lines,
Mm-hmm.
like 360. I know they're having that rollback kind of thing. The
Going back to older
special
games,
system. Yeah.
upgrading them, making their graphics better and stuff like that.
What is it called? Backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
They're gonna have a late start in it. That's what-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna have a late start, and it's just gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Like-
gonna have enough of an advantage at the beginning, but later on, I know they'll come out ahead, or maybe at the same equal
Yeah.
as PS4, Nintendo, and all the other companies will.
What about you, Snipe? How do you see it?
I'd see which one had better specs. Like, if the PlayStation 5 ends up being better in every way at the Xbox One, I'd end up getting PlayStation 5 because it's better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd prefer a better console over something that's older and people are realizing it's not as good, so they're starting to go.
So many glitches and bugs.
I don't think I would be a fanboy. I would think I would switch over to what you said, the better console. But
Yeah.
I would also keep in mind of what I can play in that console. Xbox is notorious for having very few games on it. And it's notorious for having for filling his catalog with indie games, like to fill that void where people can just put
Lots of indie games.
yeah, a lot. Like that's where Super Meat Boy and Trove and all that kind of stuff thrived on. Like Fez, Super Meat Boy and other stuff came out on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey. But to wrap this topic up, final thoughts on it.
We have to wait and see. Wait and see how this progresses and figure out what
Yeah.
we're gonna do. Not only with our lives, but with our wallets.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gotta wait and see which will be better and which will be best for the money.
Yeah. Because Snipe, you're different from us. You spend euros, right? Or pounds.
No, I spend pounds. Pounds.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shut up. But how do you is that totally different from us and you like the pound is less than than a dollar, right?
No, it's more than $1.
I think
Almost
it's
twice as much as $1.
Someone check the rate.
I did check. I checked it early this morning because I was thinking about going to Britain, but then I thought about Brexit, and I'm like, screw that.
Yeah, it's complicated. That's
But,
all I can really say.
But let's wrap this up by saying thank you for talking about the things that we talked about. E3 was fun, many games that we liked a lot of games, Anthem, Battlefront, and what was the other? Oh yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2. And Xbox versus Sony still going on, but the Xbone versus the PS whatever going to be coming out eventually. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens eventually. But my name is Alex. My name.
Come on.
I work too much today. Shut up. My name is Alex Tyler. I'm here with my two friends. Say bye, guys.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
See y'all later.